What is up, guys? It's your boy Smalls back with the Vault from Thoughts from the Bench, the weekly show where we take a look back at some of the best and worst sports jerseys of all time. Joined with me, as always, is the best co-host on the internet. Say it every week, Benny. How's it going, brother?
I'm good, buddy. I'm, little tense right now. But all in all, I'm doing pretty good. How about yourself, man?
Not too bad, man. Just got back from your boy Smalls is moving up to Connecticut, so just got back from finding a place up there. Moved the
Congratulations.
Girlfriend. Yep, moved the girlfriend in up in Boston, so your boy will be making some moves here pretty soon. I was watching the game when that dog shit Jari goal happened a few nights ago, and just so the audience knows, as you can tell, me and Benny we're decked out right now. We're ready to go. Unfortunately we had to record during game 6, which is not ideal, but it is what it is. So
scheduling conflicts, it is what it is, but that's why if you see a big pop from us, it is related to the game. And this also is not a hockey episode, so I get that the aesthetic might look a little different, but that's just the way the cookie crumbles, and it's our show, so
yeah,
deal with it.
Yeah, you can back the fuck off. Last week, this was on me, so I'll preface it with that. It was on me. Benny told me to tell him what to drink this week, and with everything that was going on my end, I did not follow through. It's a bad host. Next week I will have him come in with something, and we'll double down. He will drink whatever it is I choose, and we will have ourselves a week. But Benny, I'm pretty excited for this week's topic. Before we get into it, why don't you tell the people about our sponsor?
So this week, per usual, the topic is going to be brought to you by the lovely company of Marshall Fitness. Marshall Fitness is your online personal training resource that offers personalized workouts based on equipment, goals, personal preference, and nutrition goals that you set for yourself using the MyFitnessPal app. Now, not only is Will a good friend of the program, we've known him for quite some time, but I think because of that, we can attest to his work ethic, and that he will work with you between your schedule to whatever goals that you have set for yourself and the means that you have available to you in terms of working out. You can't go wrong with him. He is one of the most humble and hardworking guys we know. He makes everything simple and easy for stooges like me to understand. He's going to whip your ass into shape, but he's going to do it politely. So please check out Marshall Fitness here so that you can get all your fitness needs. And Will, as always, we thank you for sponsoring the show.
Yep. So we decided to switch it up a little this week. We've thrown in a lot of the major sports as far as, where we're at. We've thrown in a lot of those recently. Haven't done a soccer one really since Will was on. So I decided, we should switch it up this week. We're doing the worst MLS jerseys. And this is a topic that I think it's not one that I think many people will really know much about. However, if you grew up in the U.S., like obviously I'm assuming most people that are watching this did, you know that the MLS was always kind of they were a new league, really they started in like the mid-90s, and because the U.S. has never really been super into soccer, they've always been kind of behind the 8 ball with a lot of stuff, and a lot of the jerseys and kits kind of reflect that, but you'll kind of see in some of these pics that there were some wild looks that these guys decided to go with, so.
Yeah, and honestly, it's been a minute since we roasted anybody or anything, so I'm glad we're getting back into a worse category. It's good because I always love talking about the good ones, but the bad ones are, if anything, more fun. So let's get right into it, buddy.
Yep. I'm drinking White Claws tonight. Ain't no laws when you're drinking Claws, and
ain't no goddamn laws when you're drinking them Claws.
And repping my boy Phil rest in peace. Even though he's not really dead, he's just down in the desert. So you
Yeah.
know, Phil, like, if this ever gets to you, like I said, please. Not that he's ever gonna come on the show, but on the off chance he sees this,
Phil, we will send you complimentary hot dogs. Even though in an interview, Phil did say that he has no idea where that came from, that he ate like one hot dog, and because he was eating a hot dog, people nailed him as the hot dog hockey player from that point forward. Yeah. Phil, we love you. Come on sometime. Yeah. We're coming for you.
So just to kind of, Ben, have you ever seen this?
Oh. No, I have not.
Okay, so this was one of the MLS's bright, innovative ideas when they first started.
Oh, okay. See, I thought you meant this specific shootout, but no, the running start shootout,
for the penalty shootout. Yeah.
This is because absurd. They tried to do like what the NHL does, right? In shootouts. I like it because it's more entertaining, but it's just chaos, dude. It is insane. Like to me, it's an idea that like is kind of cool and kind of funny, but should you do it? Like, are we gonna let a monkey fly the plane, or do we keep the chimpanzee in the cage?
Yep.
They were just like, let the monkeys fly the fucking plane. That's what happened here. That's that's the gist of what went on.
Dude, yeah, it's hilarious just because like it's no wonder that the world for the longest time just looked at the MLS and they looked down on the MLS. And when you see that,
it's a joke.
It almost
MLS is a joke.
It kind of makes sense. Like if you start now, it started to become a little more legitimate. You have really cool franchises like Atlanta, Seattle, Portland. These franchises that really have a strong fan base, and the atmospheres are electric now. I mean, David Beckham was like the first guy that came over to kind of legitimize it. You guys like Zlatan, Henry, you've had a slew of players come in, never really in their prime, but that's not really the point. And that's okay.
Well, you figure we spent most of our lives seeing guys like you said, like Henry, who came over and was huge in New York, right? Zlatan and David Beckham both were big foreign players on the world stage and the club stage. Even guys, like Wayne Rooney going to DC United. I think. Didn't Andre Pirlo do a short stint here?
New York City.
As well?
Yep, New York City.
Yeah, New York City. So, I mean, you got these guys who they built their reputations overseas, but even though they might not have been the exact same player, their reputation carried into the fanhood in the United States because that was something that we thought we would never get to see in person, was getting to see these guys come over and holy shit, they're playing in America for an American team. This is unheard of. And I think that that's kind of cool that those guys do that, even if it's on a loaner or something like that. Like it gets people who are soccer fans potentially get their word out is outreach to make more people involved. So I think that it's good for the MLS if they do things like that. But one thing that is not good for the MLS is all the uniforms we're going to be covering.
Yep. Yep. All right. So let's head into your first one. Sheesh.
All right. Sheesh kebab on this bitch here. This is a 2016 Columbus Crew alternate mess. I don't know who in the hell decided to let their 4-year-old color in this uniform, but they said, go ahead, honey, express yourself. And this is what we fucking get. Okay, so the Columbus Crew traditional colors are black and yellow, right? We have this weird yellow, like urine piss stain on the front of the jersey, right, where it was like supposed to be white, and they pissed all over each other, just went R. Kelly, and now we have this. Then they add these, the red stripes on the sides that also fade into these light blue shorts out of fucking nowhere. I don't understand where this came from or why it is the way that it is, but this uniform head to toe, this kid is terrible. It's a mess. Why would they do this to themselves? I like the Crew, and the Crew was because the Riverhounds have not, been able to get to the MLS. Yep. The Columbus Crew is like the closest team. That's the only MLS team I ever got to physically see play. And so I grew up liking them. Why would they do this to themselves?
Yeah, I know that it's like an alternate or like an away kit, and a lot of times like clubs will go away from their normal colors, and that's kind of the point of an away kit. I get it. You nailed it.
Not
Like
piss.
it's piss on a shirt. It looks like
It's bad.
It looks like my puppy just lifted her leg and just pissed all over this thing. Pee stain, bro. And it just doesn't really mesh with the alternate color. Like, if you're gonna go away from your kit, like your home kit, your normal colors, why add in the yellow? It doesn't make any sense.
I mean, you're keeping the logo the same, right? That's pretty much the only originality that you need in it. Make it different. Make it to the point where it's not a horrible, just, I don't know, collapse of uniform design. This is ridiculous to me. The white, the red, the blue, the yellow, like all this shit they just threw in together. They let a fat kid in 6th grade pick up a fistful of crayons and just smear them on a white piece of paper. That's what happened. It is ridiculous to me that this was put out and in that they kept doing it for a decent amount of time.
Yeah, now I didn't grow up a Crew fan. So my first intro to the MLS was Freddie Adu, because I had SI for Kids, and that was my first issue of SI for Kids. Was the Freddie Adu cover. I was a DC United fan. That was one of my first sports jerseys. Really, I had a Freddie Adu DC United. I still have it. It's way too snug on me. I won't wear it because I've gained a few. I've grown since age 10. So like,
but you have it.
I have it. So
okay, I need to see this at some point because that is awesome.
Yeah, and but yeah, I wasn't a Crew fan growing up, but I've been to a few MLS games. The Crew, I've been to like 3 Crew games though. Just with the club soccer, we always used to go to Columbus for tournaments and stuff. We used to go. It's kind of a cool atmosphere, and really kind of a legit club. As far as MLS goes, they're kind of legit, which you wouldn't think of Columbus, Ohio as being like a
hub for friggin' anything other than collegiately they have Ohio State, right? Sure. But professionally, I mean, they got the Blue Jackets, and who gives a shit? So it's kind of one of those things that you don't expect a city like that to produce what they do, but they're not bad in terms of MLS. But then again, saying that a team's not bad in the MLS, what are you really saying?
Right. Yeah. No, these are horrendous though. All right, we're gonna move on to my first pick. The name itself. I didn't send these to Benny, but I just didn't get a chance before the show to send these over.
Yeah, these are all surprises to me. Every one of Small's picks is a surprise to me here.
So that I'm going with the 1996 Metro Stars jersey. I think it's hilarious that they literally put the slash in there. New York / New Jersey Metro Stars. Fucking gong show. These are absolute atrocities. We've referenced Cruella de Vil already on the show. This is actually Cruella de Vil, like in an MLS jersey. Like this looks like a Dalmatian coat. Like, this is just so bad. Why split color? Like, no matter what jersey, I know Barcelona's done this too. Why have one color and a completely the complete opposite color split down the middle? Doesn't make any sense. Then you have these weird jagged wing things on the sleeves.
Yeah, what the hell is that about?
Garbage. Like, this doesn't represent New York City. Even outside of New York City, like, I drove through New York today to get back home to DC. It's a smog infested piece of shit town. I hate New York. But this doesn't do that city any favors whatsoever. Like, this.
Hey, tell us how you really feel, Smalls. Let it all out.
Dude, I hate. Dude, the city of New York is just. I don't get people that want to move to New York. I don't understand it. It's dirty. You can't see 10 feet because of all the fucking smog. The traffic is horrendous. There are rats everywhere. Like, it's a hellhole. And it's just, the Metro Stars, first of all, were hilariously bad. They were terrible. And I don't even, no one really followed the MLS back when this was even a franchise. They ended up turning into the Red Bulls, but like, this is just fucking garbage. garbage. Jesus Christ.
It's bad. And just as a recap for anybody that's wondering, the hatred that I have for Philly, you can see that Smalls has the same amount of hatred for New York. So.
Dude, fucking New York, bro. Gee, I went to school with a lot of people from New York. A lot of New York kids end up going to Penn State, and all you fucking hear about is how great that city is. That's all they talk about. And
Hey, New York's the fucking best. If it ain't New York, it's fucking nobody.
Dude.
Hey, I'm walking here. You know, it's that type of shit. But really, I'm like, yeah, well, you should go walk off the fucking bridge. Yeah, you know, like that type of shit.
They have enough of them, and that the dirtiest river in America, bro. Fucking Hudson, where all the bodies are. Jesus. All right, that's enough ragging on New York. These are fucking atrocious. So, let's go to your second jersey.
All right. So, no, this is not a.
I thought that was your explanation. Just no.
Well, I am gonna say, just honestly, my first reaction to these is, nope, nope, not doing it, because. It's funny that this was an LA team and not a Philly team, considering that they are wearing Cosby jerseys, or Cosby sweaters as jerseys. I really could have made that better. Mm-hmm. These guys are wearing Cosby sweaters as soccer jerseys. You are in LA. You are in, the most exuberant, diverse, probably most broad city in the country, right? And LA is about fashion and about glam and about their stars and about being noticeable and being flashy. What the fuck is this? This is the best they could come up with. They have a Cosby sweater tucked in to these Goodwill shorts that they gave to these guys that are just running around out there looking like they stole their dad's sweater and a pair of orphan shorts. This is ridiculous. And the Galaxy is oddly just low enough to where it bothers me. Like the word Galaxy on the jersey, it's right over the stomach. I'll tell you what, it would look great on my pregnant looking fucking belly. The Galaxy would be stretched out all the way across. But these, I don't know, man. You miss the mark. I don't see why, especially with you being a newer team, right, at that time, and it being a newer league, you would think that maybe they would even do something related to the name Galaxy or something just more clean, considering that it's coming from LA, which is supposed to be, one of the founding fathers of soccer in the US, because it's that type of city. But they completely miss the mark here, man.
Yeah, no, Cosby is right on the dot. My roommate Tom Bruno, actually Ben, Tom. He is I think it was his grandfather's, but it's kind of like a cool sweater sort of thing. It's retro. I don't know. It's one of those old things that's normally I'd be like, oh, come on, man. But it's kind of cool. It's retro. It looks exactly like this. It's the same thing. Why throw this on a fucking kid?
No need for that,
bro. Come on, bro. I do love the Kobe Jones shout out here. Backyard soccer, Kobe Jones.
Oh yeah. Well, and he was a G, but why would they run him out there to look like a jackass?
I don't know.
You know what? Why would they do that to our guy?
It's tough. And I honestly, if you look at the shorts, I don't mind the shorts because the shorts just have that 90s vibe with the weird colors down. If they did more of that, where it was a cool throwback, maybe if they did that right. But what the hell are these stripes, bro? It's a wannabe Newcastle United / Bill Cosby thing they got going on, and it's just bad.
From head to toe with these uniforms, just throw them in the trash. Yeah. That's how I feel about the whole thing.
Yeah. All right, let's move on to my second jersey. Funny enough, another LA Galaxy pick. So
turn ahead the clock.
So 2013, the Galaxy, which the Galaxy really have been one of the better clubs in MLS. They've definitely had some success, whether it be with Landon Donovan. Like they've had guys move through there.
That's Steven Gerrard, isn't it? Right there.
No, Robbie
on the
Keane.
right, who is it? Robbie Keane.
Yeah, Robbie Keane.
Right.
But I've only ever owned 2 MLS jerseys. One of them was a David Beckham like Galaxy jersey as soon as he moved to the US. Those were really my only 2 MLS jerseys. They were when I was real young. So I never loved the Galaxy. It was more because Beckham was there. I always kind of liked Donovan. Again, not really a big Galaxy guy necessarily, but these are horrendous because they tried to bring back the first Galaxy jersey that came out in like 96, I think it was. They tried to bring those colors back into that same uniform, and it just doesn't fucking translate. It doesn't work. The original ones were bad, and you can. I
was gonna say those could have made this list too.
Well, wait till the end. Yeah, it's one of the honorable mentions, and you'll see kind of where these came from. But it's like because at first glance you're like, oh, is this like a Mexican pride sort of thing? Because they are like, yes, let's go, yes. Who the fuck was that? Zucker. What the fuck?
Ooh.
Let's go!
Let's go!
Let's go!
Let's go!
Hell yeah!
I just caught it. I just caught it now. I wasn't even paying attention.
Hey, you have the game on there too?
Yep.
Okay. Well, fuck yeah! Let's go. We got the little tip.
Hell
let's
yeah.
fucking go. Let's go, baby.
It's not pretty, but I don't give a shit. Pittsburgh ain't pretty. We're tough. We know how to get the win, and we're gonna do it tonight.
Dude, that was sick.
That was
sick. Okay, fuck yeah. Now, Jari, pick up your fucking glove side and let's get to work, buddy. Anyway, reel it back in. That was one of the few outbursts we're probably gonna have. But at first glance, you're like, okay, Mexican pride. They're down near the border there, paying homage to probably a big chunk of their fan base. That would have made sense. But no, they throw in the yellow. Okay, so what the fuck are they doing here? And then you're like, is this like a Kwanzaa thing they have going on? Like, I don't know. And then you look into what they actually try to do, and like, it just doesn't translate. Like, if you're gonna bring that back, if you're gonna bring back the original colors, just bring back the fucking jersey. Because at that point, it's kind of retro and cool, and like, if you take
and how many times do we see teams bring back jerseys, but they're still the same concept and the same construct, but it's just a little more fine-tuned because the design and the technology
cut.
But it's a modernized jersey, but they still keep practically the same thing. They're doing too much. I mean, happy holidays to them, but they're doing too much.
Yeah, it's just bad. Like, this is what makes people from outside the U.S. look at the MLS and go, it's a cheesy ass league when they try to pull shit like this. Like, it's just, and like the whole weird thing where like the MLS they have like that exclusive deal with Adidas where Adidas does all. I think that's garbage. First of all, I think if an MLS team, and some of the best jerseys out there are Nike. Like, you have some other cool looking jerseys in soccer that aren't Adidas. Like, why not just let the clubs do what they want? Why make it Adidas specific? That doesn't make any sense.
And I'll be honest, I know that there is, Nike, Umbro, Adidas, a bunch of different people, Puma, like a bunch of people who can clothe and equip soccer teams. But I mean, from personal experience and Smalls, you may disagree with me, but and I'm an Adidas guy traditionally. I like Adidas, a majority of their products. When it comes to soccer for uniforms and cleats, I fuck with Nike, man.
Yeah.
I really like what Nike has to offer. I mean, I'm talking from the high school level up to the pros. Like, they're always clean. The newer jerseys that we got in high school, like your senior year, I think, those were fresh as hell. And like, I felt like I was playing at a college somewhere, not in high school. I mean, and that was a Nike uniform.
And it was simple. And that's the thing. They weren't anything crazy. It was Nike
simple,
jersey.
But it was sharp. They knew how to do it.
And like, that's why Adidas, I feel like sometimes now I think they've gotten better over the years, but Adidas, I felt like for years they kind of tried too hard. They tried too hard.
Well,
like to make it look too cool almost with like the weird. Like,
And they push the 3 stripes too hard. I love Adidas, but they got to have 3 stripes incorporated with everything. Just put your little logo somewhere. Not every single piece of clothing needs to have 3 stripes on it. That's their poke. They're poking it too much.
Yeah, no, I mean, all they did was they went online to like, because Adidas, I'm pretty sure they probably still have it. I've just been out of the soccer loop for a while, but they used to have where you can go online and either design your own cleats or design your own jersey online, just different colors. It just looks.
Oh, like, dude, I would do that for hours. Yeah, I would sit there and be like, "Hey, Dad, check cleats. Yeah, I'd be like, "Hey, Dad, check out these cleats." He's like, "Oh, that's cool. Yeah, you can save that $712 to get them, though." You know, that was the way that it was.
But like, yeah, it looks like someone in that club just like they went crazy on, which as crazy as they could. It's not really like
a good crazy.
Yeah, like they just kind of like went all weird with it, and I don't know, man. I know what they were trying to do. It just doesn't translate. It's dog shit. All right, third jersey, Benny. What do you got?
All right, everybody, get ready for your 7th grade picture day and get your Argyle polo shirt and sit in front of the camera and turn your head and smile, because that is exactly what Sporting KC did in 2013 here. These are a fucking embarrassment and an atrocity. Look at these 2 human dildos right here. This why would they make their players look like this? Sporting KC, obviously, not ever really a threat. They're also the team who signed Chad Ochocinco, a.k.a. Chad Johnson, to a contract just because he liked soccer and he played American football. This is ridiculous. This jersey, now granted, their colors were the white, blue, and black, right? So at least they kept to that. Why did they steal this from a 13-year-old boy's closet before he goes to a middle school dance? Why would they do this? And then they just replicated it and gave it to them. The collared jerseys, smalls, as we've talked before, can be very hit or miss. And a majority of the time, they're a miss. But especially when you set them up to look like something on the clearance rack at TJ Maxx, you're going to look way worse. It's going to be even worse. Yeah. And I mean, the fact their sponsor underneath, like on the stomach, again, I don't like shit going across the stomach typically most of the time. This is just altogether bad. I mean, this is Step Brothers bad. This is that bad.
Yeah, it looks like a sweater vest. That's why. Like, why? I don't even. Was there a reason for this? Like, was there a reason to do this? Do they have some sort of backstory that they tried to fit in here? Because it looks like a 50-year-old man that wears a sweater vest playing the fucking bagpipes.
I think I think they took like maybe, I don't know, their owner was like, hey, we're gonna go business casual today, and then they gave this shit out to every single player, and we're like, all right, get ready for the meeting, but then they were like, actually go play too. I mean, this is just why do this? I mean, and they're giving these ironically enough, kind of like a school picture smile. These guys aren't fucking happy. They're not happy looking like that. Why would you do that? Especially they're old enough now. They dress themselves. Who the fuck is going to willingly put that on?
Yeah, it's again, this is one shit like this is one of the reasons that the world looks down, and probably will for a long time. They look down on the MLS.
I feel like other countries are looking at them and they see these guys and they're like, oh, where are their horses? Shouldn't they be playing fucking polo like that? I mean, seriously, what are they doing?
Dude, yeah, they look like a fucking jockey in the Kentucky Derby, bro. With the weird diamond. Yeah. Shout out me. I just got my check in the mail for the winnings.
Let's go.
I'm not gonna shine the light too much on myself, but that was the first thing that these made me think of, is like the jockey on a fucking derby horse. Like why? It doesn't make any sense. What's the reason for it? Did they have a reason, or did they just say fuck it, we'll come up with something? Like it literally looks like someone, it was like there was a project due date and someone was up till midnight just throwing something together. Like Someone procrastinated in that franchise and just threw whatever they could against the wall. It's terrible.
I feel like someone like one of maybe the executives or whoever walked into a Brooks Brothers and was like, "Hey, that shirt, that one, give me 29 of those," and then they just took them and they were like, "Hey guys, here you go. We put your numbers on the back, put the sponsor up front. Have a ball."
Yeah, 2013 is a little too recent to have this shit going on. Like, come on. All right.
It's just bad.
All right,
Smalls. What's your last one, buddy?
So it's weird how we did this. Me and Benny had two of the same clubs, going with the Kansas City Wizards.
Oh.
And of course, you had this homeless fuck here, Alexi Lawless.
I was gonna say that's Alexi Lawless, isn't
Dude,
it? Yeah.
This guy. First of all, one of my least favorite people in sports. I cannot stand Alexi Lawless. Like, he tries to act all put together. He literally all he does is like insult U.S. soccer, and probably for good reason. A lot of times, that's all he does. But then you go back and you look at him. He has a fucking puka necklace on with his goatee down to his fucking chest, and looking like he just came off the fucking beach after a day of surfing. Besides that, like, ignore Alexi Lawless. These are just clown outfits. That's all it is.
Bad. They're so bad.
It looks like a clown outfit. It looks like a birthday clown. Like, and there are some other 90s soccer looks that are very clownish as well. Like our boy Neville Southall, of course.
The GOAT.
But dude, these are. It looks like, Benny. Have you ever had Fruit Stripes gum?
I just sent a picture of Fruit Stripe gum to my girlfriend today because she had no idea what it was.
The most disappointing gum of all time.
I had made a joke that included a punchline that contained Fruit Stripe gum. She had no idea what the hell I was talking about. Smalls, this is 4 hours ago. I just brought up Fruit Stripe gum, and you just said it now. I am mind fucked at this point. Like, that is nuts. But that is what it is. If Fruit Stripe came in a black package and they put the logo on top of it, this is what's going on.
It's the embodiment of Fruit Stripes gum because it's just a disappointment.
Equally disappointing.
It's just a disappointment. Like,
and I'm assuming that the Kansas City Wizards flavor lasted about 12 seconds back then too. You know, that makes a lot of sense that they'd be the Fruit Stripe team.
Yeah, dude. It doesn't make a lot of sense. It looks like the writers from Rick and Morty puked on a jersey.
Oh.
Like, you know it. And last thing I'm gonna say. So Benny, did you know what Kansas City's original name was whenever the MLS started back in 95, 96? They were
Wasn't it the Kansas City Wiz, right? Isn't that what it was?
Yeah. Wiz, as in, I want to put this jersey on the ground and take a piss on these and light it on fire. Like, these are just horrendous. Like, it looks like I don't even know. It looks like a Splash Lagoon slide, like going across his jersey.
Hey, for all of our homers, right? For all the people around Pennsylvania that are watching this show, you have to appreciate how golden of a reference that just was. Splash, for those of you that don't know, Splash Lagoon is this indoor water resort, water park at up in Erie, Pennsylvania. Look up the pictures. Look up Splash Lagoon Water Park in Erie, Pennsylvania. Just Google it, and you will understand how awesome of a reference that was. Smalls, well done, buddy.
Thank you.
That was magnificent. That was so good.
Fuck. God damn it.
Hey, I think you're ahead of me. I think I have a delay.
You're fucking me right now.
Yeah,
dude.
Jesus Christ. See, you're reacting, and I'm already worried, and then my TV's delayed, and now I'm seeing this bullshit.
What, dude? What the fuck is this, Jari? What the fuck, dude?
Jari's a joke. Never should have got rid of Flower.
All right, that was kind of a sick goal. I'm not gonna lie, that was kind of
It
sad.
doesn't matter if he didn't give up 2 already beforehand and he shouldn't have.
That was kind of
Then we wouldn't be in this position. He's shitty. We should be starting DeSmith over him, in my
yeah.
opinion.
Yeah, if we somehow make it out of this series, you got to go with DeSmith. Like, I don't think now is the time to do it. I do think you gotta rock with Jari. If they force a game 7, if they're able to force a game 7,
I'll rock Jari right in his fucking mouth. He needs to do better for this goddamn city.
Like, I think you gotta playoff goalies are weird, man, because you gotta think about the team and like confidence, and it's a weird thing. I think they gotta go with Jari if they somehow make it to this game 7 somehow. But like after that, if they somehow make it to the second round, you gotta go to Smith. You have to. You gotta make a change. This was a winnable series. This was a
sweepable series,
dude. Dude, that first game, his glove side was just horrendous. Like, and even ignore the last game. Like, miscues happened, but like oh my.
I'm delayed. Oh, you're fucking kidding me.
I shouldn't have been fucking talking. I just scared my dog. I'm just yelling so much. Are you taking it off? Damn. You gotta switch up the Juju, I guess. I might end up doing the same for the third. Fucking Christ, dude. This guy's fucking... do you not... I mean, would you pull him at this point? In the game, would you pull him? Like, you gotta get a spot. I know I was just saying if they make it out of this game, you gotta go with the Smith. At this point...
You're just going back. No,
I am.
Put the Smith in. Hey, let Jari go out there on skates and get his ass kicked.
Dude,
let him...
I'm taking it back.
Let him play left wing or whatever.
180. 180. Fucking Christ.
No, seriously. I mean, it's that his movement. If you watch him, his movement is slow and exaggerated, and like it's genuinely like we put a high school kid out there, and they're like, "Oh, what the fuck do I do now?" Jari's a joke. Joke and Jari.
Dude,
fucking jester nincompoop son of a bitch. Dude, I fucking hate Jari. Oh my god.
And like, dude,
bring back Flyer. Bring back Flyer,
dude. All right.
This is preposterous.
Fuck this. All right, people, if you've been watching,
all right, Alexi Lawless, eat him.
Yeah, dude, you homeless fuck. Anyway, I'm projecting on it, Alexi Laws. I still hate him, but he didn't deserve that. Maybe he did. All right, let's go to our honorable mentions. I threw a few in here. I got Seattle Sounders. Honestly, I really like the Sounders. Always kind of have dope atmosphere to play soccer, and these lime green, never the fucking answer. Never. Neon, don't fucking do it.
No, simply like I don't know. I mean, it's too much. It's too much. Like I don't know. You're not directing traffic. You are not highlighting words in a textbook. There's no reason for you to be like this. So I definitely agree with you there. And that, oh my god, that bottom picture is just golden. I mean, how do you get better than that?
Jay Leno, bro.
That's the worst thing I've ever seen.
Like, yeah, and I mean, again, you got the colors split down the middle. This was, I'll go back to it here in a sec, but this was the inspiration for that first Galaxy jersey that I brought up, and I'll bring it up again. You can kind of see where they got the colors from, but like, I get it. It was the 90s. Everything was fucking terrible in the 90s, but like...
Maybe it was Jay Leno's idea. Yeah, maybe it's his fault that they fucking stink at picking out uniforms.
There we go.
Maybe that's fine. Hey, on behalf of the LA Galaxy, fuck you, Jay Leno.
Damn, bro. Damn, brother. Yeah. So, let's Benny, let's wrap this one up. Really, I think it was an interesting episode. People, I am sorry for our outbursts, and if you're not a Pens fan, you don't really give a shit about what we were just yelling about. but like
a hockey night in Pittsburgh, folks. You got to be able to understand that.
yeah, dude.
And we are watching some very displeasing things happen right now.
Yeah, I hope that this. You gotta be shitting me, Jari. Take him out. Fucking rip him, dude. I'm scaring my dog right now. I'm yelling so much.
Maybe it's because I don't have the sound on in terms of the show that I'm not as drawn or in depth. But I mean, how long are you gonna let this happen,
dude? This is
how long?
This is fucking horrendous. That is a bad goal. That is a bad goal. Take him out.
90% of goals that are scored on Tristan Jarry are bad goals.
Take him out. He's got the yips. Take him out. Take him out.
Well, on that note, ladies and gentlemen, since we obviously can't pull Tristan Jarry, we're going to pull ourselves. Thank you for bearing with us through this chaotic episode. We hope you got a kick out of it, and we'll be back next week with me chugging whatever the hell Smalls asked me to drink. So there's something to look forward to, and we'll catch you here same time next weekend.
Yeah, appreciate everyone tuning in. This has been the Vault, the weekly show where we take a look back at some of the best and worst jerseys of all time. Appreciate everyone tuning in to that absolute shit show because we were yelling and screaming. A few things coming down the pipeline. We will sometime in the near future. I got to work out schedule because I will be in the middle of a move, so there might be a gap or two as far as weeks where we put out episodes. Might try to record 2 in a week. We haven't really talked about it yet. Just keep patient with us. There might be a week or two where we're not consistent, but one thing that will be coming down the pipe, we're gonna have got a lot of good feedback on the Day One Lifestyle guys. So Muff and G both. I talked to them.
Yes, sir. Bring it back in.
They want to come on together. So we want to have a little foursome action. And not don't like golf, bro.
Scramble.
Yeah,
a little scramble.
Yeah, a little scramble action. Got a few topics in mind for them. We got a few other guests that are probably coming down the pipeline, but might not be for a little bit because me and Benny are both very busy right now. Life is kind of getting in the way, but I mean we love doing what we do. This is again one of my favorite parts of the week, just because I can kind of let go of everything and just talk about some either real shit or real fucking sick jerseys. So hopefully at least a few people appreciated this one, even though it was kind of a gong show. But Benny, cheers to your imaginary drink. I'll get you next week. I'll get you bad next week. Stay tuned.
All right, brother. Hey, peace, everybody.
Peace.